welcome back to another Renae's Corner video. I'm Tanisha Renae, and I realized in the last few videos I have not introduced myself. So hi, I'm Tanisha. I love reading. I also have my PhD in clinical psychology. I love anime. All these things are unimportant. What is most important today is that we talk about my top 5 men from romance books that I read in 2023. First of all, I read a lot of books last year and I feel a little remiss not talking about them because they were just so good, and I just haven't had the opportunity to talk about them yet on the channel. But we are going to get right into it. I'm super excited because these books were phenomenal. I had a really good book year last year, and as you can see, some of my content is shifting more to book content anyways, and so that's where we're at right now, and so that's what we're going to talk about. I'm super excited, and we're going to start with book number 5. This book is called Fake It Till You Bake It. It is by Jamie Wesley. It is a very, very cute book about a football player who starts a bakery, who has to basically hire a family, not even a family friend, but just somebody that they know, and it's sort of like a forced proximity love story. In my mind, Donovan, the main male character, he looks kind of like Trevante Rhodes, but kind of a little bigger, like a more football-y build. And I'll try to I'll insert a picture here. First of all, he's rough around the edges. He's very stoic. I think that he is very by the books and structured. He is described as being 6'5", 300 pounds. You know, he's very fine, and he is it takes a long time for him to get warmed up to the main character, but I think once he does, whew, okay, it's really, really good. So I think that was number 5. Donovan from Fake It Till You Make It is number 5 on the list. Coming in at number 4 is Drew from The Hookup Plan. This book is described as the best enemies to lovers hookup book. I think that Drew is very, very, very dreamy. He is one of my favorites, obviously, because he made the top 5. He is obviously one of my favorites. He is a millionaire. He cares so much about the main female character, even when she is being so mean to him. Not mean in an abusive way, but mean in she's we're just hooking up, it's just a hookup, we're not gonna do anything else. But he genuinely cares about her, and I think he genuinely cared about her even when they were kids. He's a millionaire. He comes up he cares about his community. He falls first in the book, which is always the best green flag for a man. In my mind, he looks kind of like Lance Gross, kind of like Idris Elba, mixed together, somewhere in between their age range. I guess Lance has gotten a little bit older, so I would say somewhere in there, that's what he looks like. Would highly recommend you read this book. There are lots of great scenes in this book, and he be putting it down, and he has a great time doing it, and he has no problem making sure that everyone knows that he's enjoying it, okay? And so that's why he's number 4 from The Hookup Plan. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have Spencer from Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell by Taj McCoy. This book, probably amongst my favorites. So I read a lot of books last year, but this one is amongst my favorites because I felt like it really applied to me as I have been just transitioning out of some friendship, transitioning out of some romantic situationship, just transitioning. And so as I transition, I really identified with Savvy, but we are not here to talk about Savvy. We're here to talk about Spencer. Spencer is a super ooey gooey sweet guy. He's very rugged. He builds houses. In my mind, he kind of looks like a mix between Burleezy, which is him. He's a gamer that I love. He's one of my favorite gamers. And between, what is his name? Alfred Enoch? I'm gonna put a picture here. So somewhere between these two men is where Spencer lies. He is ooey gooey sweet. He is so patient with Savvy. He takes his time. He falls first. He's in love with her, and I think that he's just super sweet. And like super sweet as like a rugged guy, but like not super sweet where he's getting walked all over. And so I really liked him. He's good with his hands, he's really good lover, he, you know, does the things right even when Savvy is having a hard time in the book. So coming in at number 3 is Spencer from Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell. I mean, obviously read these books because they're so good. Okay, number 2 is Porter from The Build-Up by Tati Richardson. First of all, this book, if you're watching this video and you know me, this book has Hamptonians. Like, people who went to Hampton University are the main characters in this book. Obviously, that is why it's so high already. Full stop. Everyone knows that Hampton men are amongst the best men on the planet. And so for him, Porter, to be a Hampton man, obviously he's one of the best. And that's why he's coming in at number 2. He's very handsome. He's a good lover. He is a really good friend. He really focuses on making sure that the main character is like taken care of in all the best ways, not in a like overbearing commanding way, but in a like, I care about you so much, let me take this off your plate kind of way. And he like subtly throughout the books builds up her confidence, and he falls first. I just like, he's wonderful. He's a wonderful partner. In my head, he looks like Keith Powers, but like a little bit older. So Keith is probably like my age, like 30s, maybe like 29. I don't know how old Keith Powers is. If you see this Keith, like obviously you won't see it, but like if you do, I don't know your age. Black people age uniquely, and so I can't tell anybody's age. I could look it up, but anyways, he looks like Keith Powers. I would say like slightly older, like maybe a little bit more rugged, but I haven't seen a picture of Keith in a long time, so maybe Keith looks like this now, but just a little bit more rugged, a little bit older, a little bit more facial hair, and that's why he's coming in at number 2. Finally, last but not least, the number 1 man is Josiah Wade from Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryans. First of all, this book is book of the year from last year. It is one of my favorite books. I loved it so much. I rented it from the library. I loved it so much. Immediately after reading it at the library, I went and bought it. So like now it's on my shelf. Like so good. Such a good read. 100%. If you need a recommendation from this video, you should read this book. Yes, okay, so back to Josiah. He is literally so fine. Like in the book, you can feel his fineness radiating. Like he's just a man who is so fine. There's like a line in the book that Kennedy writes, and she's like, he is so handsome, he makes the most handsome men look mundane. Listen, he's fine. Okay, so in my mind, he looks like, oh goodness, hang on, let me look, 1 second, let me look for his name. Okay, so in my mind, Josiah is like, he really looks like, what is that man's name? Yahya Abdul Mateen. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. He is like him, maybe like a hair finer, but I also think Yahya is fine, so he is like, yeah, so that's how I imagine Josiah Wade. He is a good lover, he is a good family man, he's a great dad, he's a very attentive lover, he is emotional and like emotionally vulnerable with his partner, which is like the greenest of green flags you can have in a partner. Now, is he perfect? No. But is he number 1 on this list? Yes he is. Now, I won't give too much about any of these books because I want you to go read them and experience these men for yourself. I had a great time reading all of these books last year. It was really hard to pick a top 5, like so hard it took me like months. But I think that these books are so good and I hope that you read them. I hope that this video was fun. If you have read any of these books, please tell me what you think the main male characters look like, because like in my mind, like all of these books are really like movies playing in my head, and so like I have to imagine what they look like, and so it really helps me when I can have like imagery from the books or imagery from like either the cover or like in my own brain of what these men look like. It just helps the book feel so much warm and fuzzy, at least to me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a book emoji if you watched this far. If there are books that I have not read and you have suggestions about romance books, especially about Black love, be sure to leave those in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. I love y'all so much, and see you next Monday.